On Monday night, a national champion will be crowned in college football when TCU battles Georgia. New York Post sports reporter and college sports guru Zach Braziller will be at the game in Los Angeles, and he joins me now. Zach, how's things going out in L.A.?
It's going great. The weather is beautiful, and we got just a fascinating game here tomorrow night. It's fitting this game is being played so close to Hollywood because TCU is just the stuff you find in a movie. You know, switch coaches after going 5-7 last year, picked 7th in their conference, not a single vote in the preseason AP poll, and here they are trying to play for a championship against mighty Georgia.
All right, we'll see how it all plays out. I want to start with TCU, right? Because they shocked the nation all year. You did not think when we spoke about the semis that they would beat Michigan, but they did. So how impressive has their run to the championship game been?
You know, it's remarkable. In August, they were 200-1 to win the national championship. To put that in perspective, the team that has won a championship that had the worst odds before the season was Auburn, and that was 50-1 back in 2010. You know, this is a team, they've had 5 wins when they've been trailing in the second half. They were an 8-point underdog to Michigan. I thought Michigan would push them around. That did not happen. They outplayed Michigan. Probably should have won that game by more than they even did. They had a few mistakes. You know, it's one of those just remarkable stories in college football, which rarely features the underdog when you get to this point, clearly has that Cinderella story with TCU.
Yeah, it almost feels very March Madness-esque in terms of the college basketball here. Now, the Bulldogs on the other side, Georgia, they are trying to become the first repeat champion since Alabama in 2011 and 2012. So how big is this game for the Georgia program? And if they win, Zach, are they the new Bama here?
That's what I wrote in today's paper. I completely think so. A lot of experts believe the same thing. Look, this is a team, they've won 16 straight. They've won 32 of 33. They've absolutely dominated the SEC in recent years. Think about this. They had a record 15 players drafted last April, and yet here they are undefeated. They've just been able to recruit so well and put together such elite depth. It is really what Alabama has done under Nick Saban. It's just year after year of dominance. And yes, if they win this game, and I think they will, I think they're clearly the preeminent power in college football and really the team that everyone kind of aspires to be.
All right, Zach, I was going to try to give you a little bit of a chance to give some love to TCU. You just said you think Georgia is going to win the game. This is supposed to be prediction time. I'm just going to ask it for the sake of asking it. Are you picking against TCU again and disrespecting them, or are you rolling with the Horned Frogs to pull off the upset? Give us your prediction and why for the national championship game.
45-17 Georgia. This game will be over at halftime. Look, Georgia probably played its C game against Ohio State, which is better than TCU. I don't expect Georgia to play another C game. I don't think TCU will play as well as it did against Michigan. TCU star running back Kendre Miller has got a sprained MCL. He's questionable to play. If he does play, he's not going to be 100%. I just think Georgia's too good, and they're not going to play another bad game. I think they're motivated by that Ohio State game. They're motivated for history. I just don't see it happening for TCU. I think Georgia's front seven absolutely dominates this game early. They get some turnovers. And I think what we're going to come to realize is just C.J. Stroud was that good in the Beach Bowl. He was absolutely fantastic. He would be my number 1 pick in the NFL draft. The Ohio State quarterback is why that Georgia defense looked bad. Not because that Georgia defense isn't fantastic. They just went up against an NFL quarterback. I don't think there'll be much let's just say there'll be much sweating on the Georgia sidelines in the second half.
Well, I'll tell you what, Zach. If you are wrong and TCU does win, you know the Horned Frog fans, they're going to be coming for you. You know that's going to happen. You know they're going to come for you.
Hey, I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. Nothing new.
This is true. This is what we do in this industry, and when we make predictions, it happens from time to time. But Zach's pretty good on these things. Zach, thank you. Enjoy the game. It's so fine, the good weather out in Los Angeles. We will talk after about this and more college sports down the road. So thank you, man.
Hey, my pleasure. Anytime, guys.